Hello, everyone. My name is Francisco Rodriguez, and this is for our leadership project. I'm here with James Smith, who is the veteran mentor liaison at Veterans Place, and I'm going to give it to James for a little bit so he can tell us about himself.
Yeah. So my name is James Smith. Just like Francisco had mentioned, I am the Veterans Mentorship Program Liaison at Veterans Place of Washington Boulevard, where I currently interview, onboard, assign mentors to justice-involved veterans all throughout Allegheny County here over in Pittsburgh. And I just want to say I'm glad that we can have this interview, and I'm glad to be able to share any bit of my leadership information as well as experiences throughout a variety of careers that I've been in.
Hey, let's just go right into it with the questions. How has your leadership style evolved over the time?
I believe my leadership style has evolved in a variety of ways. And I'm saying that just because of the different experiences I've had with leadership, whether that was when I was playing sports throughout high school and college, throughout my 10, 11 years serving in the military, and then transition to becoming a teacher, as well as now being a mentorship program liaison. I feel like it's evolved because I've been able to see what has worked and what has not worked. All right, I know that's sounds pretty simplistic, but it's the truth, because I feel as if my leadership style has had to adjust based on who I was specifically leading. Right, where when I was playing on a basketball team in college, my leadership style was much different because we all had the same job to an extent. All right, whereas when I was in the military and I was a leader, even though I was leading my soldiers and teaching them a specific job that we all did, we still had different roles, and there were so many different personalities that were there because as you know, in the military, that you have people coming from all over the place, right? So you have to, right?
Yeah.
So you have to adjust to cultural differences and beliefs, whether that's religion or whatever it may be. So having to take all those things into consideration. Now, that was much different when I became a teacher, because now I was, catering my leadership style towards adolescents, right?
Okay.
So it was more so just having that awareness specifically, as well as, just empathy and understanding where those individuals are coming from.
Okay, well, it's a lot. It's a lot of experience. So here's for question number 2. In what areas would you like to improve the quality of your leadership?
If I had to say where I would like to improve, it would be, I would say, my awareness. Even though I've said that was something that was important, I would love to continue to improve on my awareness, because I do feel as if sometimes I can get a little laser focused and not align myself to look beyond the end goal or the mission. All right, just being better at not only leading by example, but showing the people that I'm leading that I am specifically there for them, so we could do this together. Right? That's if I had to say, that would be where I would want to make the most improvement.
Okay. Now we're going to go to question 3. So, how do the employees react to your approach of leadership?
Now-
To leadership.
So this is a little different, right? Because I don't specifically have quote unquote employees, but I do have mentors that
Yes.
are on board in my program, all right, and who directly have to report to me. All right, so in a sense, yes, they are employees, but not to the sense where they get paid, because they are volunteer mentors. But a lot of feedback that I have gotten is that I'm very communicative. All right, I try to be as responsive as I possibly can, make myself available, because every one of my mentors are on a different schedule. Right, so I have some people that work overnights, I have some people that work during the day, some people that are retired and have more availability, but I try to ensure that I make myself available as much as possible, so they know that they can reach out to me at any point, and feel comfortable doing so. So just creating that rapport with them and building that type of relationship with them, for them to feel comfortable to do so.
Okay, I see. So here's question 4. How does your values guide the way to lead and make decisions? So this is very, very veteran-like right here.
Right. So If I had to say, it would 1,000% just be integrity. All right. I'm not a very religious person per se, but I do believe in morals and moral values, and I genuinely believe that just the things that I feel is right is what guides me throughout just life. Never mind being a leader; it's obviously very important during within your leadership style. But for myself, I would absolutely say integrity and just staying true and being able to express myself in the most authentic and genuine way, and hoping that people can see that.
Okay. Well, that's very comparable, and I agree with that as well as another veteran. And so here are two questions that my group actually created all together. And the first one is, what is one leadership lesson you learned through experience that has shaped how you lead today?
Oh, that's honestly, we could be here all day if I could give you all them. But if I had to think of one specific, and I always believed in the idea of leading by example, and to an extent, I believe that's true, but that's not always going to be the case. So what I'm saying is that I don't think there's a one size fits all. I feel like leaders should absolutely be diverse, and be able to adjust and adapt to the people that they're leading, right? Because I feel that by you being able to do so and showing the people that you're leading that you're willing to conform, and it's not just exactly what you say and how you say it, that everybody is involved in this decision and what the goal is and how we all can contribute towards that. So I would say like the biggest lesson would just be learning how to conform to the individuals who I'm leading rather than expecting them to conform to me.
Okay. I agree with that. And for our final question, how do you create an environment where people feel valued and supported?
That's a great question, and I also believe that is something that, depending on who it is that you as a leader are conforming to and leading, that'll determine what your approach is going to be. But there's always going to be those basic underlying areas. So being empathetic, so understanding everyone's situation, because everybody has a different home life and personal life, right? Also just being aware, all right? Being consistently aware of what's going on, knowing when someone is in a bad mood, or maybe they seem a little off, that you can recognize that, and maybe start to ask questions just to ensure that they're mentally in a good place, or if they're not, right? And maybe getting them some assistance or whatever the case may be, all right? But also now going into that leading by example, right? Showing that I'm always going to put my integrity first, so allowing the individuals around me to see that and to know that they can always expect that from me, right? So by setting a high standard for myself and showing them the type of leader and individual that I am, could hopefully allow them to feel and do those same things.
Okay, that was a lot. I guess that's from all that military experience and everything you've got.
Oh, we didn't even scratch the surface. I tried to be quick, so I apologize for the lengthy responses. But I hope I answered all your questions accurately and correctly, and
Well, you did. Most importantly, man, thank you for your time. Thank you for inviting me over.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.